And here's the first driver up in this shootout program, Jerry. Chad Miller in the instant T. You saw him put down an excellent run earlier of 2.11 seconds. This kid's had a rough year. We already saw several major crashes.
Yeah, that's right. The instant T, wild road. We've seen it a couple of times. And this is the first of the fast four now. Let's take a look and watch him make his pass.
Supercharged big block Chevrolet.
Good run
on the brakes. Oh, into the wall. That's a pretty obvious disqualification there, Jared.
He hit the wall pretty good.
I'll tell you, this is one of the few times we always see a slippery starting line during the shootout. You'll see slower elapsed times than we saw in the first round, but I don't think we've ever seen a shutdown area this slippery. It's really playing havoc for these guys. 0.12 seconds, very consistent, but man, he slams the wall. And the officials instantaneously showing its history.
Well, here's Michigan Off-Road, Mark Waitress, a favorite of the crowd here. A Thunderbird, funny car. Good run. And Mark Waitress gets it stopped. He was going to make sure that he was not going to slide out of bounds in the final run. He climbs out of the car. He's real happy, and the crowd loves this machine. Team Rancho on a Ford-powered machine. He turns a 210. Now let's take a look at the rerun on this. Really screaming through the mud pit. He locks up the brakes. He wants to make sure he does not go over that DQ line. A great run. 2.10 seconds for Michigan Off-Road. Bret, can you get a word with him?
And as Mark comes up through the hatch, we've seen some Chevrolets do some damage tonight, but Ford Power won it this time. The supercharged Team Rancho machine 210 was the elapsed time, and it didn't take as much as you thought it was gonna.
Well, we just want to take it easy, you know, make sure we made a full run when you see everybody DQ, so we just want to make a win.
As close as it was to a disqualification on the first run, it looked like you shut it off and got on the brakes hard.
Exactly.
Can you tell there's some Ford people out here? Obviously, they're cheering for you.
Look out for 91.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the National Points Final, Mark Waitros and the Team Rancho Ford Thunderbird. And Jerry, I should add that Ron Smith in the Gold Fever, although he couldn't run, finishes 6th in the world, and Jim Weber ends up 2nd in the world with a new world ET record.
Well, here's the finals in the monster truck. Bigfoot, John Pyatt going to go against Jim Reese in the Ecology Eliminator.
You know, we had so many people say they came here to see Bigfoot win, but Jim Reese just might be the spoiler for the Chevy fans here at this final. We've already seen the World Championship wrapped up by Barefoot and Fred Shaver, but now we've got the event title to determine with the machine that started it all against one of the new young lions.
Well, the crowd here at the Rosemont Horizon will love this one because it's a Ford Chevy battle.
Bob Chandler, the creator of Bigfoot and monster trucks in general, for that matter, looking on. As we pointed out, the U.S. Hobbit Association officials, the hierarchy that brought indoor motorsports to the United States 16 years ago. Looking on at the finals of the wildest monster truck race ever run.
Jim Reese has to hold his truck together for just one more run. Here we go. Uh-oh.
It looks like Reese is in big trouble. Pyatt is coming around the first turn, and Reese can't even get over the cars. Jerry Bigfoot is going to win this one on a free ride.
Jim Reese having some unfortunate transmission problems that just faded away at the last moment.
Yeah, he survived that transmission problem through qualifying, through 2 rounds of elimination. The transmission was falling in and out of gear in the first 2 rounds, and now there's not even enough fluid left in that transmission case to get the thing off the cars. And John Pyatt sitting in Bigfoot has got to be elated. He's just got to be thrilled.
Well, now it looks like Jim Reese has got steering problems on top of it.
Yeah, there was something radically wrong with that truck, and you can see the dejection. You just can imagine how Jim Reese feels coming all the way from Los Angeles to Chicago only to make it to the final and then have this happen. But I don't think the crowd is disappointed.
There's our winner, John Pyatt and Bigfoot. And the crowd loves it.
Well, John, you've got to be thrilled with this victory, but you have to admit the second round against Taurus was an extremely bizarre situation.
Yeah, it definitely was. You know, everyone involved is really lucky that everyone come out okay, and it's just one of the weird things that happens. First time I've ever seen anything like that.
I should point out, though, that your driving all night long was right there with the best of them. You did have some of the quickest times throughout eliminations, and it looked like you were the one that was able to handle a very, very slippery track.
Yeah, I feel like I drove kind of poorly, actually, but just trying to be consistent and just keep the truck pointed in the right direction as it was a key for the win.
Well, after the first round, it was not a horsepower track. It was a driver's track, and you ended up being the driver, buddy.
All right, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner tonight, the 1990 National Points Final, John Plant and Bigfoot.
As we take a look at some of the most spectacular racing in 1990, here's the way the point standings finished up.